I love seeing this right here. I truly do. I truly do love this. James Gunn's DCU is falling apart. Here's why. Right? Everyone's saying that his universe. I think I was one of the first that was making videos on this, that it was just a matter of time before Warner Brothers got this clown out of there. They made a huge mistake, guys. They really did. They saw the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. They said, "Hey, let's do that across an entire universe." That is bananas. That is just nuts to think that that will work. And it didn't work, clearly. Right? It just didn't. Look at this right here. James Gunn's Peacemaker Season 2 ratings flops hard, loses nearly 40% of viewers. Peacemaker, if we're going to be honest about Peacemaker, Peacemaker is like Guardians of the Galaxy, but like rated R. Right? I mean, that's what it is. It's the same feel. Like it could be in the same, it could, honestly, Peacemaker, if you threw him in Guardians of the Galaxy, he would fit right in. Like you can honestly say, oh, this is Guardians of the Galaxy, Peacemaker, and it would make complete sense. You'd be like, oh, okay, this is just another character in the Guardians of the Galaxy universe, whatever. Another one right here. This garbage right here, Superman, right? This thing made, I think, $600 million, right? And it cost them like 200 something million. It's a flop. Huge disaster. It domestically, it outperformed Man of Steel. But when we talk about worldwide, right? This should have been a $1.5 billion movie. And it wasn't that at all. This was a $600 million movie. You know what was a $1 billion movie? The Man of Steel. That movie made more money and actually was profitable. I mean, they continued the entire thing after that. And it was rumored, or I think it was announced, that we were going to get a Man of Steel 2. I think it was like Man of Tomorrow. But ultimately, these dummies over at Warner Brothers, they saw the success, or they saw what was coming with Civil War, that they wanted something similar. So then they forced the whole Batman angle. And anyway, that's for another video. My point is that the only thing that Warner Brothers can do, once they get rid of this guy, right? Once they get rid of James Gunn, which that's coming, by the way. James Gunn, you better go to Costco. You better go to, I don't know, Office Depot, get some boxes, and just start packing. Like, let's just rip off the Band-Aid. Let's just move on, right? You go back to making, I don't know what James Gunn was making before the Guardians movies. I ain't going to hold you. I have no idea. I guess he was successful in some way because they hired him for the Guardians movies. And all he does really, like his entire shtick is he inserts some comedic, some comedy in his movies, and he casts his wife as one of the top stars, and he gets his little brother, his little big brother in there. That's what he does. That's his shtick. That's the James Gunn formula. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And if it's not the Guardians movies, it just doesn't work. So yeah, James Gunn out at DC with Warner Brothers sale. That's right. Warner Brothers is probably going to be sold to Skydance, and they're looking to get new people in there. They're going to at least they say they're going to reboot the entire thing. This according to an insider that reports to Cosmic Book News. And I think that's a mistake. I don't think they should reboot the DCU, right? I think they should just leave those movies alone. Like, okay, you made the Superman movie, you made the Peacemaker show. That's fine. But ultimately, we got to go back. You know what I mean? We got to go back to this right here. We have to go back to the Snyderverse. We have to go back to the best live action Batman we've ever gotten. Yes, I said it. Ben Affleck is the best live action Batman we've ever gotten. Everything from the suit, from the suit, from the physicality, the appearance, the aura, right? It's all about the aura, right? He's got the aura down. You got Henry Cavill as Superman, best Superman by far, Henry Cavill, chef's kiss. You got the cyborg guy, right? He was cool, I guess. Let's bring him back. Aquaman. I don't have a problem with this Aquaman. Ezra Miller as the Flash. I'm sorry, Ezra, you're too weird. You gotta go. You gotta go. It ain't gonna work anymore. I can't unsee the things that I've seen with you as Ezra Miller. You gotta go. get to packing. Hey, I'm sure James Gunn will cast you in something. In fact, I think he wanted to cast Ezra Miller. I think there was something there. I could be mistaken, but I think I read something that he was open to Ezra Miller. And it makes sense. They're both a little weird. I've seen the tweets. I've seen the James Gunn tweets. Dude's a little weird. I ain't going to hold you. And of course, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I love it. I love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. She is my Wonder Woman. I don't know who else you're going to put in there that's going to do a better job than Gal Gadot. I hated her in Snow White. But I think like the 5 people that watched Gal Gadot in Snow White agree with me that wasn't her best work. But for the most part, I love Gal Gadot. I think she's phenomenal. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think down in the comments. And like always, don't forget to subscribe. Sensational.